Yo, 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 guys, what is up? What is up? Dar is back in World of Tanks 8.1, and this time we are looking at the Tier 10 British heavy tank. Okay, so let's get into how this tank is. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it wonderful? Is it in between? Well, first of all, it's got the rear turret. You know, a lot like the Tier 9 VK does. So, you know, picky booing is kind of difficult for it, you know, around it, because you got to expose so much of the front end on it. I mean, it's got some nice slants on it, like the incline on the front, on the upper glacis. Lower glacis is, you know, I don't know, it's about halfway. I mean, it's decent. Let's see, we look at the turret. You know, it's got a very thick gun mantle. You know, both with you know, cuts on the side there to kind of sloping on the turret. You know, so I mean, it's got some good sloping on it. Okay, now this is a tier 10 tank with sloping. Let's see, hull armor of 130 and turret armor of 152. So, with the sloping and that that millimeters on the armor, that means this thing can't stop a fucking BB. The upper glacis, non-stop getting penetrated. Turret, right here on the sloping, shots coming from the front are going right through it. The commander's cupola, with this big slant here, won't stop anything. I don't know. Now, I'm assuming it's a balance issue, because a tier 10 tank should not have its ass handed to it like that. This tank will not bounce anything in its current state. The armor's... This is like driving a tier 10 version of the Mark 1, the, you know, tier 1 tank. With the health of 2,600 points, you know, that's a good amount of health. So with the health, it allows it to take, you know, a few shots, you know, before you die. But the armor is non-existent. It's, you know, got average speed for, you know, a heavy tank, tier 10 heavy. You know, pretty much on par with everybody else. 34, you know, speed limit. That's all it'll do. The gun, however, is the one saving grace on this gun. Up to 336 penetration, 500 damage. That is phenomenal. That is freaking awesome. That is a good gun, and that is good penetration. That's this tank's saving grace. So, yeah, we'll jump into a game and see how we can do it. You know, it could be the simple fact I have never driven a tank with a rear-mounted turret like this before, you know, with the exception of Tier 1, and I don't play them. So, you know, we'll jump into a game and see what we can do on it. And, yeah, I'll save my closing remarks for then. I will say that by far, though, so far, my favorite of the British tanks is the Black Prince, by far, which is the tier 7, the tier 8 being the close second, which is the one I can't pronounce. Alright, so we can see we are third from the top. In this tank, you know, as the way everything stands right now, you will almost always be close to the top of the list. This thing is even ranked over a mouse. Of course, it's ranked under 8100, which doesn't make sense. The mouse is good and E100 sucks. Oh, did I say that in the last video? My bad. Alright, so let's take off here. Our frames per second really sucks, and our ping really sucks, but, you know, again, test server. Oh well. That's what we can do about it. Alright, so let's see. Looks like we got a lot of mediums going to hell. The gun depression sucks balls on this thing. But you know, it's a rear-mounted turret. You know, that's gonna be. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or asses about it. No way getting out of it. That's just the way things are. Alright, and it looks like our Batshot's up there going to be running for his life. He's probably got to dive off the side of the cliff. Artie is probably going to be hitting this thing pretty damn hard. And I mean, you get a GW Tiger shooting this thing, it's not going to hold up. Period. Look at this big boy. I tracked him. Now, the reload's really good. Man, he is bloodlust after that Batshot, isn't he?
We didn't even scratch them.
Damn, I mean, these guys are just going all nuts for these islands. I'm gonna let him have them because I can see this guy back here, this T-110's about to get his ass handed to him.
Target acquired. We've got them.
Wow, look at this shit.
Looks like that one went right through. I don't see the target. Enemy is hit.
See? Right through that front glacis. Let's look at it. See? Right there.
Enemy is hit.
Ooh, 800 damage on him. Nice roll. Bring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. That was funny.
That one, can you go through? Enemy vehicle knocked down. Track hit.
Oh shit, we got a mouse.
Enemy is hit.
And he's going to finish me.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
Oh shit, that was funny. Okay, oh, that was funny though. What's this mouse? See if we can get on that guy. Yeah, look at this. Now there's another YouTuber by the name of Jingles who just did a review on this tank, kinda, yeah, for the patch. And he's a medium player. He loves playing mediums. He said this thing is freaking awesome. The mouse, he's just eating that mouse up. Poor mouser. Just really can't do shit. Poor feller. Oh shit, that was kind of funny. Yeah, so I can't wait to try this one. Even though I'm not really much of a medium player. Yeah, it'll still be fun to try. It looks like it's very maneuverable and very fast. But anyway, so what about this the FV215b? First of all, let's say it's got a fucked up name. Second of all, as we can see, you know, the armor doesn't stop anything. I mean, power right through the upper glacis on that thing with no resistance. You know, yeah, it takes a lot of hits, but it takes, you know, the hits that it takes, it's taking them because of the amount of health it has. You know, which isn't necessarily a huge amount. I mean, it's a little bit more, I think, than your average, but you know, it's not like a giant, massive amount of hit points. So, but that's the only reason why it's able to take damage. So the damage that it can take. So that's why I think it really needs to have that armor boosted. I mean, the armor really needs to be boosted up or something. Because, I mean, there's no way that the upper glacis should be penetrated every time it's hit by anything. Any tier 9, I've had it penetrated by a low. You know, anything that has shot it so far, since I've been trying this thing, everything that's shot at it penetrates it. And it's just the way it is for right now. So, yeah, that really needs to be changed. If that is changed, if they give this thing some armor, allow it to bounce something sometimes, then it'll be a lot better. It would be a lot better tank. It really would. I just think there's an issue with that needs to be worked out. And I believe it probably will be rebalanced. I mean, it's a tier tank, for God's sake. It's a tier 10 heavy tank, for God's sake. Let me put it that way. And it's not French. So, you know, you ought to let it bounce shells. You know, especially off the upper glacis. Under glacis, I get. Weak points, I get. You know, but everything, you know, hitting the upper glacis and penetrating it's just a little overkill. You know, and the tier 9 has the exact same problem. The tier 9 and tier 10s are pretty much the same tank, just, you know, a little bit better gun on this one, and the turret's moved back. So we did end up getting sharpshooter, we ended up getting master gunner, and we ended up getting sniper. So apparently I can run the tank decently. I'm not saying I'm great, I'm not saying I'm wonderful, I'm not even saying I'm good, I'm saying decent. At least I can run the tank decently. And still, it's just not effective. It's just not an effective tier 10 TD. Tier 7, tier 8, very effective, a lot of fun. Tier 5 and 6, again, a ton of fun. 4, I just like the Matilda, always have. So, you know, of course, it's a ton of fun. Those, you know, those are the good ones so far. 9 and 10 seriously need to be rebalanced. As a matter of fact, you know, I believe 5, 6, and 7 are fine the way they are. I mean, very low count, but they bounce like a mother. This tier 8, you know, look at this. Almost the same haul. You know, a little bit lower. This thing bounces. It'll bounce off that upper glacis on this thing. You know, it'll bounce tier 8 tanks off of it. It'll bounce tier 9 tier 9 tanks off of it. You know, this is, you know, pretty well balanced. As far as, I mean, the armor count is very low, but the sloping works. This is a good one. I wish I had a better gun on it, personally. But otherwise, very good tank. You know, 9, and then we click back over here, because I've set it to primary. And 10, these two tanks, okay, the hulls are a little different, but these two tanks just, they need their armor changed, or the sloping changed, or maybe it's just something in the code, or the, you know, in the math that's going on with it. It could be as simple as something like that. But this one's worse than a tier 9 as far as, you know, how much it's taking. But yeah, they both just need to be rebalanced really bad. And everything, tier 1, 2, and 3 needs to be rebalanced as well. But since we blast through them so quickly, you know, that would be a very lower priority. So, that is my impressions of this tank. I will be playing the British line, and I will be going as high as tier 8. I may stop the line at that point if, you know, if things don't get rebalanced. If they don't, you know, kind of work things out on these tanks. Which I'm fully confident that they will. They've already said that, you know, the entire PTR is based on testing to see what that needs to be rebalanced on these tanks in particular, because they know there's going to be some balancing issues with these things. They already know it, and that's why we're here trying them out. So, with that said, guys, we are going to jump over in our next video. I believe we're going to cover the tier 1 or tier 2, 3, and 4 of the light line that's going into the heavies. Because it's only 3 tanks. I may even end up covering them in one video, make, you know, one 30-40 minute video and just knock all 3 of them out. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I will do as many of them as I can just to get them done, because it's a very short, you know, it's just, you take the lights to the Church Hill, Tier 5 Church Hill, or you take the medium T5, Tier 5 Church Hill. And since 2 and 3 suck balls, 4 is fun. So, 4 is fun. And the first 2 suck. But, you know, like I said, again, it doesn't matter. It's so fast to get through them. Hopefully the Valentine's good. I don't know. We will find out. Until next time, guys, remember, comment, rate, and subscribe. Subscribe so you know when the next video is out, which will be tomorrow. But it'll be out, and you'll be notified, and you'll be special. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in game.